Hello, 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 hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the UK for another Coffee and Cards Live. Good afternoon to you all. I'll just hang around and see if anyone drops in and catches my live before we do some crafting. I'm looking at the window because we've just had the most amazing thunderstorm with thunder and lightning, and it's all a bit bonkers. And I'm a couple of minutes late too, so I apologise about that. But that's because we just had a whole load of patio furniture delivered, had to run out and let them in the garden to deliver all of the stuff, and hence it's raining. So you can blame us for the rain, because we ordered new patio furniture. So all these massive big boxes are sitting there in the pouring rain, and we're just waiting for it to stop so later on we can go out and put it all together, sort it all out. Very excited indeed. It's going to look lovely. Anyway, I digress. Good afternoon and hello. And today I thought, I've got this new stamp set that I'm glancing at. I would use this great stamp set. This is in the new annual catalogue. It's called the Big Hooray, and it is big, hooray, and I'm really excited to use it. So we're going to have a bit of fun with that. It's got all these great sentiments, and I'll show you a little bit better when I turn the camera around. I can just show you if I just turn this. Ooh, says me. Yeah, I just got to turn it around. Here we go. So you can see it says big, and it's kind of reversed the negative to the positive part of the stamp. Hooray, hugs, thanks, hey there, feels, day. So you could have big hooray, you can have big day, big hugs, hey there, hey thanks, big thanks, hooray day. I don't know, you could have so many different options, couldn't you? Anyway, then we're going to be using that one. Hi Amanda, welcome. And just to go along with it, we used this last week. I think it was last week. Might have been last week or the week before. We're using the Count on Me stamp set with all these cute, fun little images. And I thought this would go really well with the hugs. Not so hot today in sunny Spain, only 25 degrees. Oh, are you going to freeze? How will you cope? Oh, bless you. It's about, I want to say we're going to get a high of 15 here today. So it's not as warm as it has been. And we've got all this rain and thunder, but I think it's just kind of humid here. And but I'm hoping it's going to pick up because this weekend it's my husband's birthday. And then next Tuesday, it's my son's birthday. And then on the Thursday and the Friday, we have a special bank holiday for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, so I'm quite excited about that. And it's also half-term week, so the children are off school, so it feels summery and springish, and I'm hoping that the weather will pick up for that. Hi Ali, nice of you to join me. So it's coffee and cards. So I have my coffee. I hope you've got your coffee. I'm going to have a little drink before we crack on. I'm not going to keep you too long today. But I have a couple of fun cards to show you. I would also, hopefully after coffee and cards, if the rain is stopped, the sun is out, I'm sure we're going to get a rainbow, like to take the dog out for a walk too. Hello Sylvia. Because he hasn't had a walk because I've been in a meeting all morning, right up until about half an hour ago. Had a quick lunch. And now, so hopefully I'll take the dog out for a walk. And our little kitten, who likes to get in on the lives, she's feeling a little bit fragile today, although I think she is, but she probably isn't. She went to the vets yesterday to be spayed, to have a little operation, because she's 7 months old now. And you wouldn't know, she's been jumping around, running around, climbing things. The vet said, keep her quiet, keep her nice and calm. This is my cat. So I'm watching, but she's fine. So yeah, so she's not in here with us, but you never know. She does like to come in and join in on the action. So I'm going to show you what we're going to make. So I'll turn the camera around. Hold on a second. Here we go. It's always a bit clunky with the camera turning around a bit. But never mind. It'll only take a second. I literally just have to swivel. I'm sure I could do it with it in there, but then the camera might be upside down. I don't know. So, I'll try that next time, just swivel the whole thing, see what we get. Right, I'm going to move this out. I've got a bit of washi tape, although my washi tape's not very sticky, so look. I can move my grid paper around even when it's stuck down. It looks like there's marks. I think it's marks. There is a little bit of glue on here, but not as much as I can see through the camera, so I don't know if it's my camera needs a clean. Okay, here we go. I've got some measurements for my card that I made. Alrighty. Oh, Lily, I'm so pleased you're here. Thank you for joining me. Are you working? Have you got a cup of coffee? I've got a quick coffee. We must do coffee soon, my lovely. If you are free at any point, I would love to see you. So these brand new in colours, what do you think of these? Have you seen them? I had a leaflet that flew out of my catalogue just now and across the room that I've been popping in there. And oh, nope, yes, here it is. With the in colour starter kit on it. Now that's just for this month only. So if you're interested in getting a great bargain, in colour starter kit, you can find out all about it on my blog at inkstampshare.ink down the side panel. But very quickly, if you become part of my team this month till the end of May, you will get your £130 worth of product in your starter kit for £99. Your shipping is free at £6.95, so that's another deal. And then you get all of these products for free along with it, which is the new in colour collection. So you get all the designer series papers, so you've got a pack of those. You get the in colour cardstock collection, you get the 5 new in colour ink pads, and you get in colour grid paper. £62.50 worth of products for free, as well as the sort of, what is it, 130, so £31 worth of products for free as well. So yeah, you can find that if you want to join on my blog, or if you just want to find out more about it, let me know. If you want to know what's involved. Right, one of our new in colours, which is why. Oh, a cuppa, a hug and a chat with you would make my day, Lynn. That would be so nice. Can we do that soon? Right, we have got Parakeet Party. I want to say Party Parakeet, but it is Parakeet Party, this colour, and I love it. It's so vibrant. So I've taken a piece of our A4 cardstock, I've scored it at 10.5 centimetres and I've cut it at 14.8 centimetres to make our regular C6 card base. Why have I got a cat hair on my desk? And then I have, do I need this? No, this is my inside. So I've got a piece of basic white, which is 10 by 14.3, so just half a centimetre smaller. And I thought I need some designer series papers. What have I got that have got the new in colours in? Now I don't have those papers that are in the deal. I need to order them to go along with all my other in colour goodies, but I do have these ones. These are the Tea Boutique Designer Series papers. Hello Zaina, lovely of you to join us. And it has all of the new in colours in it, and it goes with the Tea Boutique suite. But it's beautiful. Now it's got a lot of really useful designs on there. So it's got all your teapots and your teacups and some florals. But then on the back, it's got all these kind of less obvious designs, which are really useful. So I picked out one of those. And I thought, what have I got that's in Parakeet Party? Parakeet Party. Party Parakeet. No, it is Parakeet Party. So I found this piece here, which is on the back of there. That's really gorgeous, isn't it? And I've cut a piece of that. I just got a little strip. And then I've got another piece of basic white. I've got a scrap of, I went for my favourite colour in all the world, Coastal Cabana. So that's my pieces of my card. So I'll just tell you the measurements. I've written them, scribble, scribble. So that's a scrap. You can have that any size you like. This basic white piece of white cardstock is 7 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. And this piece of designer series paper, so you can get a lot out of one sheet, is 12 centimetres by 5 centimetres. So it's just that little bit smaller. Just taping this grid paper down again because it's determined to wobble around my desk. Right, okay. So here we go. This is the piece I'm going to stamp on, this white piece. And I have picked out this stamp from the Big Hooray. And I don't know if you can see, but it says Big. But it's a photopolymer stamp, so you can't really see it. But it says Big, okay? And I've picked out the matching ink pad. Okay, so we've got Parakeet Party and the matching ink pad. I love this colour. Can you see? There we go. Put a bit of light in. Right, excuse me. Now there is a reason I've done these measurements for this piece at 12 by 5, and it will become obvious. Hi Anne, lovely of you to join us. So I am going to stamp it, and I am going to bring it to the right hand side, but right up to the top and the other side. So I'll show you what happens. I end up with that nice big. Oh, I wanted it to come right to the edge, but that's fine. So you've got your big there, and you've got, I'm going to have a nice white kind of border down this side. So I'm going to do that again. A little overlap, doesn't really matter, like that. Don't stick your fingers in it like I do. Oh, look, my ink pad's a little bit juicy. I might try that again. It's brand new. Do you ever have a really brand new ink pad that just needs a bit less ink in it? You know what, we'd probably complain if there wasn't enough ink in it, wouldn't we? Maybe I was a bit heavy-handed with the squishing. I do that sometimes. So there we go. Yeah, there's another cat hair. Honestly, she's too generous. Alfie's around somewhere, but he's scared of the thunder and lightning, so he did hide. Yeah, there's a little bit of ink coming on that recess, but it's just because my ink pad is brand new and super juicy. And I just probably got just enough room to put another big down there, which is why I made it that size. There, goes all the way to the bottom. So something's big. It's all big. Right, so this is going to go on here. This is going to go on here. And then I've got this piece. And I'm just going to tuck it behind, and it's going to sit kind of skew-iff on there like that. They might well be on their way to you, Linny. We've had a lot of rain. It absolutely, the heavens, literally, you couldn't have stood out in it. But we had thunder and lightning that went alongside it. Okay, so I'm going to come in now with this image from the Count on Me stamp set, this cute little koala. And the reason I put it together wasn't my idea. I actually saw it in the catalogue, but this koala, they're hugging. It goes with this because I'm going to put big hugs. So out of that Big Hooray stamp set, I've picked out the hugs. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the koalas. I was getting distracted. I'm going to do the hugs in a minute. Right, now, so koalas. Aren't they cute? I made lots of bear cards with this beautiful bear image. So go back on my blog, you can see those. I'm going to colour them in. Let's give them a second to dry. Quickly colour them in. What have I done with my bead? Oh, I don't know. So we're going to colour it in. With the blends. So these are Smoky Slate. This is Smoky Slate Dark. It doesn't take a lot of colouring in because it's a little image. Like that. I'll go around the top of his ears. And then the light. Ooh, What have I used the right end? Oh, did I get new ones? I think I got a new one. Oh no, it's still working. There, just colour him in. I think this pen is on its way out, but I bought a new one. So just blend it in. And I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it out with a circle die. Let me get my new pen because that one is run out. Most definitely. Where are you, pen? Hiding somewhere. Why were they in the first drawer that I looked in? Why does that happen, eh? Right, so this is the dark one. No, the light one wasn't it that I ran out of. Excuse me. I don't know where that frog came from. A frog in my throat. Oh yes, that one had definitely run out. Let's do his knees. Yes, that's the light one, but you can see how much it would run out by. Don't think I'd ever replace that one though. Okay. There we go. He's all done. Oh, I need to do inside his ear. There. Oh dear. Now, let's grab my circle die. Oh, actually, I know what I'll do. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. No, I'll grab my circle die if I can find them. I had it out earlier. Layering circles. This is what we want. We want a circle die because we want to cut him out. Now, how big do we want him? We don't want him very big. We want to just go around him. And I think that's perfect. Yes. So we're going to pop that through the cutting machine. Good afternoon, Kay. Thank you for joining us. There we are. I'm going to pop that through the die cutting machine. That's the hardest bit, I think. Okay, there he is. So big. It's going to go on here. And then I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana. It's my favourite colour. And then I brought in the grey granite ink pad because I can stamp on top of that and you'll still be able to see what I'm stamping. And I'm going to stamp the hugs like this. I'm going to stamp it on there. There we go. And I'm going to then cut it out using the rectangle stitch framelets. You do not need to do that. You can just cut out a rectangle around your hugs using your trim. It'll be perfectly fine. You don't need to have all different dies, but I cut mine out using this one and it gives a nice stitched panel, which I really love. If you want to see those dies, I've got them here. You get an awful lot for your money. So it's this smallest one I used in the middle. But as if by magic, Blue Peter style, I've got one done. I've got it ready. So, and then when I stamped my hugs, I had it kind of to the right and I've left this bit a little bit empty because I'm going to tuck it underneath my koala like that. So it kind of, otherwise this would be ever so long and you wouldn't have a lot of room. And I think it just looks nice like that. All right, and then this is where the fun comes in. I wanted some ribbon. Now I've cased this card directly from our annual catalogue, and I'll show you the image in a minute. But I've used different colours, and also didn't have the colour ribbon that they'd used either. So I went for our crinkle white seam binding ribbon, because you can change it to any colour you like. And I'll show you how to do that. I'll grab a bit of scrappy paper. I have got loads of, look at all my scribbles that I've done. Okay, so you can take your scrap paper and you can change it to any colour you like. So I tried them out earlier on. I should have done this at the start because it takes a minute for the ribbon to dry. I tried it doing it in the parakeet party. Let's bring that in so you can see. I tried it in the Tahitian Tide, which I actually felt clashed with this. Maybe this panel shouldn't have been in Coastal Cabana. Maybe it should have been in Tahitian Tide. And then this is the sorbet, strawberry sorbet. What's it called? Something sorbet. I have the colour. Sweet sorbet. Sweet sorbet. So I had to decide, and I didn't use Starry Sky, and I didn't use the orchid one. So I think I'm going to go for this one. But I was just trying it out on scraps, so I'll show you how you do it. But I think this piece is going to be too short because I only used a scrap to try it out. So I'll do it again. I'll do it on a longer piece now. So it's going to go through and across my card. It's going to go behind this stuff, and it's going to come out underneath. So I think I've got about the right amount. Let's grab my ribbon scissors. Do you guys have ribbon scissors? Basically ones that aren't as blunt as the ones you use for all your paper. You know what I should do for those ribbon scissors? I should put a bit of ribbon on them. Then I'll know which ones are which. There we go. Ah, see, there was always a use for that. So that's that. So I'm going to show you now how to dye that very quickly and simply with the Sweet Sorbet pen. So these are not the blend pens that I was using just now. These are the alcohol blend pens, Stampin' Blends, that grey one was. These are the Stampin' Right markers. So these are more a water-based marker, not alcohol-based. They have a writing nib and they have a brush nib, and they're more like a very fancy colouring pen. They don't blend in the same way as the alcohol blend pens. But they do this as well. You can do lots of things with these pens. But you can colour your crinkle seam binding ribbon with the pen. How cool is that? So if you have a reel of this ribbon and you have some ink, you can make it any colour ribbon you like. Which is a trick I do sometimes when I don't have exactly the one. Because do I have all of the ribbons? Oops, I have a lot of the ribbons, but I don't have all of the ribbons. And let's face it, not many of us have all of the ribbons. I dropped it again. So this is my go-to. Right, I'm letting it dry for a minute. Do be aware though, you get red thumb. Let it dry, let it dry. And I've got a bit of baker's twine, our baker's twine in white. This comes in a basics pack of white, grey, black, and I want to say a blue, I think. Okay, so now we need glue. So while this ribbon is drying, I think I'll stick the other bits down. So, oh, they know you're busy watching me? Oh, that's funny, Lynn. Oh, bless. Shh, I won't tell anyone if you don't. that your work phone rang and you were watching me. Bless you. I'm so pleased. Thank you. Right. So I'm going to do this like this. It's just off center like that. So I'm going to take that one. I'm going to put some of our stamping seal on the back. Going to pop it down. Going to make sure I've got it right before I push it down. Yeah, that will do me like that. I just want it peeking out. So you could make this strip even smaller. You just want it to peep out. So if you want to save your paper, that's a good plan. Yes, don't they know, Lynn, that you're watching me at work? How inconsiderate. Oh, there we are. So there's our big. And then here's our hugs. That's going to go on there. And this one's going to go on here. So next thing I want is my ribbon, and I just don't want to get red. Look at that, it's still bright red. Hopefully, because I handled it last time and I hadn't let it dry, and yeah, I ended up with red all over my koala bear, which is not not what you want. It wasn't the pink one actually, it was a different colour, but it ended up everywhere. So I think I am going to tie my baker's twine around the end. I haven't done this bit before. I was just planning it out. So let's see what happens. Like that. Pull that. I might need to bring it up a bit. What I don't want is to get red fingers. I don't mind that, but we don't want to transfer it. I'm going to pull that up a bit so it's nearer the top. There we are. That should do it. By golly. There we are. Right, let's put that behind there and see if the placement is going to be right. Yeah, I think that's going to be right. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, that will work. That's going to work. Okay, so let's tie the bow. Tie a bow in the twine. Okay, so we've got our bow. This is where I faddle around. It looks a bit upside down, that bow, but I think it'll be okay. So let's get my stamping seal and my scrap paper, and we make it behave. There we go, just put some glue on there. Just to make it sit where I want it. Now I've got it there, I can move the ribbon bits around. Oh, I've glued the tails together. Oh, I have it on. Right, that's going to go a bit like that. I want to bring it down so that we can see it. Hugs. Yeah, this needs to come further up, doesn't it? So it looks so easy on the card. Ah, I think I know what to do. Let's undo this one. Undo that. Oh. My husband's on a work call in the other in the other room. I can hear him, but I just heard my name taken in vain. I have no idea what he's talking about, though. I hope it's good. So I just moved that one up, and then we'll place these on. So that's going to go on there. This one's going to go right over there. Oh, I think we're going to work. Okay, let's put the seal on the hugs. Bring it right over a bit. And we want some Stampin' Dimensionals for our koala bears. So cute. Yeah, actually the patio outside the front of the house, not the patio, the driveway is all drying up. You'd never know it had rained. Bizarre. Rain was absolutely bonkers. Right, you can only just see that ribbon. I think if you were to make it, you'd need your ribbon further over. But that's fine, you can see it. Let's tie our bow. Under there. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh well, fingers crossed, Lynn, that the rain doesn't get to you, and it was just maybe it was isolated here. It hasn't got to you yet. I mean, it was absolutely outrageous. Rain. There you go. So we've got a bow. Let's get my ribbon scissors. Trim the ends of those slightly because they're a bit frayed, or I've been faffing about. Faffing, that's a good word, isn't it? Faffing about. Do you faff about when you tie your bows? I'd faff a lot. So big hugs. This is my card. Now, I think I'm going to put the big hugs inside as well. And then that card should be done. So I'm going to take this one. Pop it back on there. Big. Oh, it's gone in the grooves again, but never mind. It still looks quite pretty. It looks like little dots, doesn't it? I really am going to have to move some of the ink around on my Parakeet Party ink pad. And then we're going to go back in with a grey and do the hugs. Ooh, there you go. That's also very inky. There we are. Big hugs. Might be that my my chamois is very wet. That might not be helping my stamping. I might need to look at that. All right, that could be more of the issue. Big hugs. There we go, there's our first card. And I'm going to show you where I cased it from. This is not my card, I hasten to add. This is one of the designers for Stampin' Up who made this card. And it's on here. Do you see this one? They've done it in Coastal Cabana. And I'm not sure, that might be Coastal Cabana or it might be Mint Macaron, but I imagine it's matching ink, maybe stamped off, but maybe it's just matching ink. And I did mine. So it's the same but different. I used different designer series paper, different ribbon, because they've used the, what colour is that? Don't know if it's Highland Heather, but they've used one of the purpley colour ribbons. But everything else is pretty much the same. So use your catalogues, guys. That's what they're here for. They're here to inspire you, not just for you to go, oh, I need to buy that. They're an idea book. You know, use them, copy their projects and have fun, because it's great. It gets those creative juices going. So I've got one more card for you, and I thought we'd have another go at casing the catalogue slightly differently. I've picked out some little bits and bobs and I haven't made it yet. So I thought we'd go for a square card, and I've got a small square 4x4 card. I love this type of card. You could make a bigger square card, it wouldn't really matter. But I love a little card just to pop through the letterbox or put in someone's hand when you see them for coffee. We do a lot of that. Stampin' Up demonstrators do that all the time. I had a gorgeous card from my friend Liz last week when we met for coffee. I popped that on my Instagram. So yeah, find that on my Instagram. You'll love her card. That's our Inkstampshare.ink. Inkstampshare. Kate_Inkstampshare it is. Get there in a minute. So I've got a piece of this designer series paper. I just picked out a pretty one from the same pack, from the Tea Boutique one. And I couldn't decide which side I was going to use. So I actually went for, I think I'm going to go for this really bright one. And my card base, which is basic white, is 4 inches. So I'm going to make this 3 1/4. No, I'm going to make it 3 3/4. Oh, I thought I could hear more thunder, but it was just a plain. 3 3/4. Like that. And that's going to fit on there with a nice little border around the outside. And actually, then I've got a bit of fun to do with this. Oh, I don't think I've got something out of the drawer. I need to do that in a minute. I've got a piece of vellum. And that's going to be 3 3/4 as well. So the same size. Like that. I hope did I do that the right size? Sometimes I don't. Yes, I did. So it kind of mutes that really beautiful card designer series paper. It takes away some of the brightness of it, but it's, you can still see how lovely it is. So we pop that. So yeah, I'm working in inches now. So apologies for that, because I do tend to swap between sometimes. Let me have a look. Yeah, I do that. Right, I got my embossing out, but I won't, it's not too much. Heat tool, check. And I've picked out a completely different colour from the designer series paper. Which is, again, that's my lovely favourite Coastal Cabana, and I've gone for the Big Hooray stamp. Now I need a great big block for that one, don't I? Let's grab one. What have I got here? I'm not sure that will be big enough. Oh, that one? Got an enormous one. That one will definitely do. Should have got one out. I've probably got a better one, but that will do the job. Okay, so all we're going to do is stamp Hooray on there in my Versamark ink. So, Versamark, I think I might need a new one. They do last for years and years, and I do have a refill for it, hence why it's still going strong, even though it is an old Versamark. Okay, so give it a good ink up. You can't see it because it's clear. Stamp it down. Hooray! So I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but it's there. And I'm going to bring in some white embossing powder. Got it in a tub. Oh, hello, Sue. So I've got a new tub. I think I might add some because we're getting a bit short of that. Ooh. Right, let's just do that. See how we go. Not bad. Got a little paintbrush here because I didn't have my embossing buddy about. So there we go. Sometimes where your fingers might have been, or there's a bit of static, some of the powder can stick to the bits you don't want it to. And then if you heat set it, you'll end up with big splodges, which is not what you want. So a little paintbrush goes a long way. Okay, I'm going to heat set this Big Hooray now. It won't take long. I love this stamp set. I think it was this card in a catalogue originally drew it to me. I think I got it on my pre-order. I'm not sure if it was, but I got it on my first order. If I didn't, I got it quite early on. And I think it might be a good one to use with our stamp apparatus, because I'd like to try this Hooray with a hinge step technique. So you make the word repeatedly down the page, not down the page, down the front of the card. Yeah. And you have it all nice and straight because it's on the stamp apparatus. Okay, so we've got Hooray. So I'll leave that there a minute. And then I've got this one. And there's another stamp in this stamp set that I'd like to use. It's quite inconspicuous. It's this little one here. Oh, is there Shaz? Oh, no, I didn't know that. Welcome. I didn't know there were 3 lives all going on at this time. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you, my lovely. That's very kind of you. You're very nice to come and join me. Right, I am going to put this little, I don't know, starburst, sunburst, ray of sunshine there. I'm going to use it and I'm going to emboss too. But before I emboss, I'm going to take my scissors, the ones that are not for my ribbon. See that little bit of ribbon on the end? Helped me do that. And I am going to cut out my Hooray. It's such a shame they don't have dies with this set. I really like it. My weather app has just told me that the light rain is stopping. Oh, well, the rain did stop a little while ago. Oops. So if you want to cut out your word, take your scissors, make sure they're sharp. Go around your word. You're in a Teams meeting now. Oh, Lynn, thank you for joining me, my lovely. You're an absolute sweetheart. Hope your meeting's okay. Don't work too hard, will you? And pop me a message. Let me know when we can meet up for a cuppa. We'd love to. See you soon, hun. That's a lovely Lynn. She's in my wider team of Stampin' Up demos. She's just such a sweetheart. We have an amazing community, crafty individuals. And if you're interested in crochet, pop over to Linny's Facebook or Instagram page, Lynn Fahy, because she does crochet as well, and she makes the most incredible things and sells them as well. Really beautiful. She's a lady of many talents. So yeah, you can cut your any word you like and just go around it very slowly, and instead of moving the scissors, move the card. Does that make sense? So just keep your scissors in one place, keep moving your card, chop that bit off, it'll make it a bit easier. And just leave a little border around the outside of the letters. Now I don't know whether to cut that exclamation mark off and do it separately, but I'll leave it joined for now and then we'll see. Oh, we're nearly there, folks. Oh, Teams meetings. I was in a Teams meeting for 2 hours this morning. They're a bit full on, aren't they? What do you all think of Teams and Zoom? And it's really changed the way we work, hasn't it? Says me on a Facebook Live. Oh, funny. I was doing the occasional Facebook Live before we all had to resort to it though. Right, chop that bit off as well. Ah, hi Margaret, thank you for joining me. Don't you worry at all. You're not late. You can come in and out whenever you like. It's so nice to have you. Thank you. I am going to Vienna, Shaz. I am indeed, and I'm very much looking forward to it. For those of you that don't know, Stampin' Up! Do a big convention, and they have it every year in a different place. You know, for the last few years, it's had to be virtual and online, and it's been 3 years since we were all able to meet up in person. And this year, the big Stampin' Up! Convention has gone back to in person, and it's in November, and it's in Europe, and it's in Vienna. And so, yes, I cannot wait. I am going. I'm very excited. So I'm going to put the Hooray on the vellum, and I am going to put some of these starbursts. I'm going to heat emboss the same so that it will show up. I think it's going to be like that. Yeah, I've got to work out how I do it. So if I bring it down a little bit, one there. Can't really see it very well. One there. One there. Okay, I think I'll do that side before I do the other side. Where's my white embossing powder? I kept it out. Are you thinking of going, Shaz? Is that something that you can do? It's not easy because obviously it has to appeal to everyone. So, you know, it's not always at the times that's most convenient. It is not half-term week for a start. But I can manage to go. My lovely hubby is so supportive. Right. I'm going to heat set that one. Oh, Shaz, I'd have met you there. You know, we have a big group of us that are going. And we adopt people along the way too. It's all about that. Think about it. It will be fun. We'd have a great time. Right, so that's my kind of starburst at the top. And then I'm going to mirror it underneath. So let's bring that one there. And that one next to it. And then I'm going to bring this one up down a bit so that I can see it. Okay, white embossing powder. Right, let's heat set that one. Ooh. There we are. Okay, let's let that set a second. Put all this away. I'll just put the lid on my powder before I flick it all over the room, because that's just about what I would do. And my Hooray is going to go on the front of that. I have a cat hair. Honestly, that pussy cat. That one's going to go. Oh, how effective is that? Well, that works really well. I'm very happy with that. Hooray. Hooray! Oh, I haven't, oh, actually, I don't need a piece for inside, do I? Right, so I'm going to stick my DSP panel to my white using my seal. Just make sure it's even. This was going to go on here. Now, we do have problems sometimes using our adhesive with our vellum because it can show through. However, my Hooray is going to go in the middle. So I know that if I put adhesive on the back of here, right through the middle of these two lines of starbursts there, we're not going to see that, are we? So that's the plan. Yeah, Shaz, get into contact. Think about going to Vienna. I'm sure we can do something. Be fun. Hooray! So I'm going to use my sticky foam pads. And I'm going to stick my Hooray up in the air. Yeah, I get that. Like that. Now, do I use some of the mini ones for the end? Because I think otherwise it's going to be floating about, isn't it? Do you think it'll show? Should we try? I think that might work. We're going to have dimensional backs everywhere now, though, all afternoon. I'm going to find them. Found one in my swimming costume once. Years ago. Honestly, I have no idea how. How weird. Look at everywhere. Oh, right, hooray. Love that. And then inside, oh, I didn't bring out that colour. Let's grab that. Pool party, no. Aha, here we are. Coastal Cabana. And we need, I'm not going to put big because that's a really massive stamp. I should put Hooray inside really, but it's going to take up the whole space. Oh no, it'll be okay. Let's go for Hooray. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? More casing from the catalogue. So here's my chamois. I bought a new one. It was new this week. It feels different to the last one I had, though. It's much more porous. It works perfectly well. It just feels like a slightly different kind of feel. I don't know why. I'm going to take some of the wet off, though, because my chamois is super wet. Ooh. Which means that's probably not helping the stamping. They're not half so bubbly. Even. Oh, you like the card and you have vellum but you never know what to do with it, Amanda. Oh, excellent. Yeah, it can be tricky sometimes, can't it, to know what to do with things, but I do like to use it. I do tend to put it over things, mute things down a little bit, and yeah, it's good for heat embossing or going over louder colours or things like that, or make pockets. Make little pockets and for scrapbook pages or all sorts of things. Window type things. Right, hooray. Look, I've got ink everywhere. Will you forgive me? It is handmade. So we've got this one, which I cased also from the catalogue, but I did it differently. I will show you again how differently I did it. So they've also got a square card. They've used a different kind of DSP. I haven't actually checked. We do have a directory to tell us what samples are made from. Not checked which this DSP is, or even if it's a card. maybe a card. They've used the sequins dies and cut these pieces out from using the sequins dies. I don't have those ones. And they've made their basic white in strips. So to echo the sequin dies, I picked out this designer series paper with this pattern, with these flowers. I did use white, but I didn't put any more behind mine. I kind of transposed it. So they've got this colour on the background and then white, and I went white and then this colour. Used this instead of the sequins, and I still embossed because I could see that they'd somehow done this, and I imagine it's vellum with heat embossing. So I did the same. So that's my version of that one and my version of this one. So they're not my design, but they're my take on it. So a bit of fun with a Big Hooray stamp set for coffee and cards this week. Hope you've liked it, and I hope I've inspired you to have a go with this Big Hooray set. Be great for any kind of celebrations, birthdays, graduations, any kind of celebrations. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today. Thank you so much for watching me live. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you're watching me in the future on replay, please tell me your say hello from Tomorrowland. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. And yeah, so say hello if you're watching on replay. Let me know which you like the best. Let me know what you think of it and which is your favourite in colour. Let me know. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And if you're new to my channel, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and leave me a comment. I love to know what you think. I might be back on Friday on my YouTube channel. I do Friday YouTube lives at 11 AM. So I should be there. It's my husband's birthday, but I think he's got plans at that time of the day. So I will most likely be around on Friday morning. Next week, I won't be here for coffee and cards because it's half-term week. I'm taking a week off. It's bank holiday on the Thursday and the Friday. The Monday is... No, the Tuesday is my son's 21st birthday. So Tuesday is my son's 21st birthday and the Thursday and Friday are the bank holiday. So I'm going to take the week off next week. But I will see you the week after, the first week of June. The second week, actually. I will see you back for coffee and cards, 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. But I will see you live on YouTube. I will be there. All right, my lovelies. Thanks so much for joining me. You can get anything that you like from my online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net, or you can hop over to my blog at inkstampshare.ink, I-N-K. And you can find all the links there. You can find the links on my Instagram and my YouTube, and it's all under Inkstampshare. You're going to see an Ed Sheeran concert in Cardiff. Amanda, I'm not jealous at all. That's amazing. I would love to do that. Oh, thank you, Shaz. I'll tell him happy birthday. Yeah, thank you, Amanda. I'll have a lovely week off. I hope you all have an amazing bank holiday if you're celebrating the Platinum Jubilee for the Queens next week. And if you're not, have a lovely week anyway. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.